Most Indian learners often try to translate phrasal verbs word by word, but phrasal verbs don't work like that because the meaning completely changes with the particle. You may know the word break, but do you know the difference between break in, break out, break up, and break down? In this video, I'll explain one verb which creates four phrasal verbs with real life examples and a mini interactive quiz at the end of this video. So let's get started. The thing is, most Indian learners often try to translate phrasal verbs word by word, but phrasal verbs don't work like that because the meaning completely changes with the particle. The first one on the list is breakdown, which has two meanings. The first one is stop working. For instance, my car broke down yesterday. So whenever you want to talk about computer or phone or machine, any type of machine like car, वगैरह, so instead of saying my car wasn't working yesterday, to be a more natural speaker of English, you have to use phrasal verbs in your speech. Okay, for instance, you can say my car broke down yesterday rather than saying my car wasn't working yesterday. Okay, next is lose emotional control. So lose emotional control, you can use breakdown for that. For instance, she broke down during the interview. Okay, so we have these two, and one quick tip for you is that use breakdown whenever we are talking about emotions, devices, or machines. Got it? I'm back. My mic actually ran out of battery, so I had to take a break. Now let's continue with the second one, that is break in. So break in ke we have three meanings. The first one is enter illegally, to enter into a place illegally, and here always remember that there is no object. For instance, अगर आपको बोलना है कोई हमारे घर में घुस आया forcefully, you shouldn't say they entered into our house, right? You will say something like this. But when you say break in, you don't say they broke in our house. Nope, you should just say they broke in last night, just like this one. Someone broke in last night. Okay, so no object. Next one is get used to something new. Get used to something new is the second meaning. For instance, when you buy new shoes, initially they are a bit uncomfortable, right? So you need to break in the new shoes. Okay, so it takes time to break in the new shoes. Then in this same context हमारे पास एक और आता है मीनिंग, जो कि होता है टू ट्रेन समवन. ओके, कोई इंसान नया आया है किसी पोस्ट पे या किसी पर्टिकुलर पोजीशन में, तो आप उसको ट्रेन कर रहे हो उस काम के लिए. सो देयर यू विल आल्सो यूज ब्रेक इन. फॉर इंस्टेंस, a young horse needs training to carry a rider, right? So let's suppose a young horse doesn't have that training. He hasn't received that kind of training yet. So I can just say that young horse wasn't yet trained, right? So I will just say that young horse wasn't yet broken in. Next, the third meaning, that is to interrupt something. When you wish to interrupt someone, instead of saying the word interrupt, try to be natural and replace it with break in. For instance, I longed to break in on their conversation. Longed का मतलब क्या है? Longed मतलब चाहना. Okay, to want something. I longed to break in means I wanted to break in. I wanted to interrupt their conversation. I longed to break in on their conversation but didn't want to appear rude. कि मैं चाहता था उनकी conversation को interrupt करना, लेकिन मैंने नहीं किया क्योंकि I didn't want to appear rude. मैं rude नहीं लगना चाहता था. Okay. Also notice that break in के बाद जिस भी चीज़ में आप interrupt कर रहे हो, you will use on. Okay, break in on their conversation. Next one is break out. So break out is used in two contexts. The first one is start suddenly. Whenever a fire, war, riot, or any disease or anything unpleasant happens, you can use break out. For instance, a fire broke out in the market. ठीक है, मार्केट में आग लग गई. So a fire broke out in the market. This is simple past. Then the second one is escape, बचकर निकल जाना, right? In that context, the prisoners broke out of jail. जो prisoners थे, कैदी थे, वो जेल से भाग गए. So in this sense, break out has only two meanings. One is to escape and the other one is when a fire, disease, riot or anything unpleasant starts. Okay? And now comes the last one, that is break up. I know a lot of you must be familiar with this one already. This is used in spoken English and conversations a lot, and for that other reason also. See, the first one is end a relationship. ये तो सबको पता ही है, right? They broke up last year. They broke up last year, or they broke up because of this, because of that. Then the second one is stop a gathering. ठीक है? For instance, the police broke up the crowd. जो पुलिस थी उन्होंने क्या करा? भीड़ हटाई. ठीक है? The police broke up the crowd. The police broke up the crowd. Okay? पुलिस ने क्या किया? भीड़ हटाई. And now it's time to test your knowledge. So pause the video and answer in the comments. First question, my car dash on the way to office. You have these options. Choose one and answer in the comments. Question number 2, a fight dash during the match. And the last one, question number 3, they dash after 5 years of dating. If you found this video helpful in any way, please hit that like button and comment turn if you want my next video to be on, turn off, turn up and turn down. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.